Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Super early stream. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. What's going on, chat? Happy to be here. Hope everyone is having a good day so far. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. What's good? What's up, Wolf? Hey, Maximus. Hey, Riley. What's going on, Blue Sky? Croxies, what's good? Maximus, what's going on? YouTube chat, good to see you. We have a lot of reading to do today, by the way. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for your brain to be overloaded? As far as I'm aware, this article right here is not the Twid. Is that right? I mean, it would say Twid if it was. Give me my random back. June 9th, man. Log in. It's just a div insight. All right. How many words is it? Yes. Yes. Me at Bungie. How many words, Bungie? Yes. So today, I'm going to read through this. Check out all the abilities and armor preview. If by then the Twid is not out yet, then I will hop onto some Destiny 2 and play. There's going to be a lot of reading. Probably going to be difficult to talk to you guys in between without losing my voice. So I'm going to dive into this. I hopped in because, well, I'm going to read this. I figured I could do it on stream. It won't hurt to stream 2 hours checking this out. Yeah, it's not going to be a long stream today. I was considering taking today off, but we got a lot to read. It's a quick, easy stream to bang out of the way. I'm going to read this anyways. I figured I'd do it with you guys. Trailer or moments of triumph first. Yeah, I could pull it up. That's not a bad idea.
Thank you, Guardian. Because of you, what was unraveling is suddenly stabilizing. Earth may yet heal, and that's something worth celebrating. May this time be a moment of reflection, remembering what came before, reassessing our present, and readying ourselves for the future. The Traveler has nestled above the last city once again.
New grenade? What the hell's that? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? It's like a last word. What the hell? Did the barricade just move up? That transition was so elite.
It's time, Guardian. Crush them.
The Sparrow transition was so
One final
elite.
push and victory is yours.
that you decide what your future holds.
Looks pretty good, man. Can't deny it. Cannot deny it. 2-minute trailer. Nothing about D3 though. All right. I'm going to get to reading. Cool. Now they bring it back. That's what I'm saying, man. Dev Insights, abilities, and armor preview. Welcome back for our third and final Dev Insight article before Monument of Triumph launches on June 9. Last Thursday was all about our weapon sandbox, and today we'll be focusing on Guardians, abilities, armor, and exotic updates. Ability sandbox update. It's new subclass abilities, ability reworks, ability balance changes, Armor 3.0 updates, armor archetypes, armor set bonuses, exotic armor stats, exotic armor balance preview. Ability sandbox update. Hey there, Guardians. Gameplay team here with an update on the ability sandbox for the upcoming Monument of Triumph release. We've been heads down, dreaming up new abilities and refining existing ones, and we've got some juicy changes to talk about today. New subclass abilities. New solar and void aspects. For too long now, certain subclasses have lagged behind others in a number of aspects available to them. Monument of Triumph will remedy that imbalance with 3 new aspects, bringing every non-prismatic subclass up to 4. First up, tie-ins. Oh shit, shield burst, huh? It enhances your equipped barricade with solar capabilities. Towering barricade. Your barricade slides forward across the ground before stopping, allowing you to advance in safety. Rally barricade. Standing behind your barricade grants scorching rounds to you and your allies. Solar and kinetic weapons. Whoa. Whoa. That sounds really useful. While your barricade is deployed, activate your class ability again to remotely detonate it. What? Scorching commands caught in the detonation, dealing damage increases the power of the blast. Whoa. It made it like a C4. That's pretty cool. I like the rally barricade one. And if it stopped there, I'd be like, meh. But then the C4 effect at the end sounds really cool. Looks like we got a little clip as well. Oh shit. Scorching rounds. Yeah, it's scorching. Gonna get an ignition. Wow. Wow. That's really cool. I like that. I like that. It's pretty cool, man. Holy. Scorching rounds and you can still detonate it. I saw like a thermite solar waveframe effect at the end. I wonder if that's built in or if what we saw there was because he was wearing Capri's Horn. I see Capri's Horn right here, so let's go ahead and read. The shield burst aspect essentially turns your barricade into a wall of glass with a C4 charge strapped to it. It'll charge up over time when it takes damage and when you deal damage while it's active. The more charged up it is, the more damage it'll do and the more projectiles it'll throw out. The towering and rally barricades have their own unique functionality, and it plays nicely with exotic armor like Arbor Warden, Hollowfire Heart, and Capri's Horn. This ability's damage is buffed by the Roaring Flames aspect and can create sunspots when paired with the Soul Invictus aspect. Damage for this ability also scales with your class stat when your class stat is over 100. Is this the first time they're allowing you to increase your class ability damage, chat? Because we could never do that. I could never increase the damage of my suspend dive going beyond 100 class stat. It was always just overshields. Yes, it is. Cool. Fucking finally, Buns. We talked about this before, remember? We literally chat about this. We had some discussions about the build crafting, and you had something to say about how lame it was that you couldn't increase your damage for your class abilities. Tioma! What's up, Crimson? Hey, Empoleon, it's really good to see you. Lucida, nice to see you. In addition, with Monument of Triumph, you'll find the other class ability aspects that directly deal damage now scale their damage with the class stat. Know that Warlock Construct damage continues to scale with Grenade stat instead. Let's take a look at the new Hunter aspect. It's called Crack Shot. A cowboy hat. Activate your class ability to fire 3 scorching shots at targets you've marked. Aim at targets to mark them. Landing all 3 shots cures you. Oh my god, you whip out a mini golden gun? Oh my god. Oh my god, that shit is so cool, dude. Dude, that shit is so cool. It reminds me of the Last Word quest. Not sure how many of you here have done the Last Word quest, but there's parts where you're doing the same thing. Little mini golden gun action like this. I actually think that's so cool. I think that's so fucking cool. Oh my god. How does it scale with damage though? Crack Shot is the ultimate gunslinger fantasy. Mark up to 3 targets, then dodge to quick draw a flaming pistol and light them up with deadeye precision. If you have a single target marked, it'll fire all 3 shots at them. If you have multiple targets marked, it will split the shot between them. Landing all 3 shots will cure you, providing some breathing room mid-combat. It can also be used while airborne. And damage from this ability scales with your class stat when your class stat is over 100. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That shit's so cool. There are some strong exotic armor combos with this one, including Radiant Dance Machines and 6 Coyote. And you can combo the Scorch stacks with other Scorch sources to cause ignitions. It also pairs well with On Your Mark and Gunpowder Gamble aspects, as Crack Shot damage counts toward their progress. Last but not least, a new Warlock aspect, Soul Siphon. This is the one that they like showing off with the tentacles. Ready this aspect by striking a foe with your powered melee ability. Once readied, press your melee ability to begin siphoning energy from all enemies in front of you, dealing damage and gathering overshielding class ability energy from each target. Yeah, that aspect has some strong Warlock vibes. Shit's really cool. Soul Siphon turns you into the life-draining vampire mage you were always meant to be. The Void Walker's Pocket Singularity melee has 2 charges by default, making the baseline uptime for this aspect high, but building into melee regeneration will make it pay off even more. Building into the melee stack can increase both the uptime and the damage of Soul Siphon, and it pairs well with exotic armor like Felwinter's Helm, Claws of Ahamkara, and Karnstein armlets. The overshield this ability provides allows you to stay in the fight longer, and it pairs well with Feed the Void aspect to give you higher Devour uptime. The class energy that you gain from training enemies also pairs well with Child of the Old Gods aspect. Alright, so these are our new aspects. I think the coolest one is the Hunter with the 3 Goldie shots. I think this is the most cool one for sure. Scales with the class stat as well. Finally a reason to invest in class stat. This would go really well with Gunpowder Gamble for sure. Getting those gunpowders really easily. As far as exotics to pair with, I mean, if you use the 6 Coyote, yeah, you just get 2 dodges, which is 2 Goldies back to back, which is really cool. And I bet there's like some crazy shit you can do with mods like Dynamo. No, not Dynamo. Like the class stat. Some kickstart mods or some shit like that where when you use a class stat you get more energy back. There's got to be a way, because I've done some builds where I just spam dodge a lot. Oh, Radiant Dance Machines, I mean, they mentioned it too, so you can do infinite Goldie spam essentially. That'd be crazy, man. So you just get a lot of kills and then boom, you have like 5 dodges packed up and you just go back to back dodge, 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 dodge. You could just have infinite Goldie. Makes you wonder how much super energy you can get from it too. Because then you can pop a golden gun super and then just keep going dodge, 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 dodge. We're gonna try that. Sounds really achievable too. And the fact that you can do it midair, it's gonna be really cool. Makes me wonder how good the damage is gonna be. I know they mentioned Deadshot, but what happens if you use a different golden gun? Is it just the same type of ability? Is there no damage increase, any like behavioral change? Unsure. The Titan one seems the most useful team-wise. Like actually the most useful. Like this is really helpful. The whole rally barricade giving you solar rounds to your kinetic and solar weapons. Very much like what, forget the super on Warlock, the one that roams around. That gives you the same ability. That's really nice. You pop this on top of a well. I mean, you're cooking, bro. Rally barricade, solar plus bolt charge barricade. You're cooking, man. Honestly, the dual tie-ins right there, disgusting. Fucking gross. That shit would be so gross. That sounds like a crazy combo. Holy. Holy. Really good combo. I wonder what the unique interaction with Arbor Warden is. I'm curious. Actually, Arbor Warden is, yeah. It's the one that gives you more barricades when you activate it, so. It just pairs nicely with Arbor Warden. It's not going to do anything too crazy. So what you can expect from Arbor Warden with this would be the 3 rallies, helping you have more scorch rounds constantly, and then you have 3 times the damage, I guess. 1 barricade, if it does 30, now you have 3, which would be like 90 damage. Just random number. I don't know if it's in a scale like that, but it seems like it could be pretty useful. I've always wanted to like Arbor Warden. No, it's pretty sweet. I like this. It's pretty cool. Make solar tie-in even stronger though. Holy crap. Like the solar tie need to be stronger with Bonk, Synthos, Consecration. Like damn, dude. Solar Titan is getting so juiced up. Unfortunately, the Warlock, I think it just looks cool. I think it looks cool. Cool idea, but in practice, like, you don't need this ability at all. And that's fine. It could be fun. And that's the only thing you really need out of it. But in terms of like how good this is, I don't actually think it's very good at all. What it's doing during that entire animation is nothing special that your other abilities can't already do right away by itself. Faster, give you the same benefits like Devour. There's the fragments that give you Overshield already, so yeah. I think the best part is the fact that it gives you Void Overshield. So how good this is will depend on how important having the Void Overshield will be. New Warlock Void Melee in Winter's Guild. You're right. I think the other thing that makes it good is the fact that it is counting as a melee ability, so it will activate melee centric exotics, which is pretty useful. I don't know why they mentioned Karnstein Armlets as if like we don't have Devour permanently. Fell Winter's Home can be pretty nice. I mean, you weaken targets and shit. It looks really cool. I'll give it that. I'll give it that. Dubaru, it's nice to see you. Thank you for the 27 months. Welcome back. Kizay, what's up? Dancelinger, pretty much. Yeah, with RDMs. Karnstein such increased melee damage. Karnstein Armlets, I thought was a healing one. Winter's Guile is the one that gives you damage bonus for your melee. Yeah. I don't know if the tentacles are going to do more damage than a base melee, but if it does, then there's some sauce there for sure. New Darkness Grenades. Stasis and Strand are near and dear to our hearts, and they deserve some love. We're adding 2 new grenades to the game with Monument of Triumph. Stasis Shatter Grenade. Stasis Shatter Grenade. A grenade that sticks to commands before exploding into razor sharp stasis shrapnel. The shrapnel ricochets off surfaces, dealing damage to all in its path. Hitting a frozen target shatters it instantly and deals bonus damage. Holy crap. So it does bonus damage if you hit a frozen target. That's really cool. Yeah, it looks like an ability on stasis focused on the damage. Exploding into razor sharp stasis shrapnel. So it's just a sticky nade but for stasis, yeah? There's going to be like strictness in that too, isn't there? You can't just throw it, miss, and then like it like tracks or something. The Shatter Grenade's primary function is dealing damage. Though direct hits will freeze commands and slow enemy players, it's more effective in enclosed spaces where the shrapnel can bounce around multiple times to shred targets. Oh. So it can bounce. But it's also effective against loosely grouped enemies. If you throw it at an enemy who is already frozen, it'll explode immediately and deal extra damage. Hunter Revenant enjoyers will be happy to hear that Touch of Winter aspect also has a unique interaction with the grenade. Cool. I wonder what it would be. More damage? Targets unkilled by the shrapnel become stasis as well, like they have the sticky nade on them, maybe, I don't know. On a related note, a while back we changed stasis shatter damage to stun overload champions instead of unstoppable champions. We are reverting that change in Monument of Triumph, so stasis shatter will again stun unstops instead of overloads. As the Shatter Grenade's name implies, it'll stun unstoppable champions immediately on detonation. Cool. Nice. That's a good revert. Threadrunner. We're getting a new grenade. A grenade that bounces and releases multiple whirling threads severing targets. Let's see what that's like. Oh shit. Yeah, it's just like a whip grenade. That's it. It's just whipping everything in there. Looks good for damage. Like it'd be a really good damage grenade because yeah, Strand doesn't really have any abilities that kind of just hit pretty hard, I would say. It has a base cooldown of 2 minutes. And then the severing targets is pretty nice. I'm happy that it applies a debuff. So grapple does unraveling. Shackle obviously suspends. Thrilling doesn't have its own debuff unless you play Warlock with the exotic, and then slice wire grenade. It's gonna sever targets. Pretty nice. This seems fun with a Beyblade. I'm not gonna lie. The Strand slice wire grenade is a damage dealer first and foremost. Thought so. It also severs targets, lowering their damage output. After being thrown, the grenade bounces along the ground, unleashing coiled strands that whip around, striking enemies up to 4 times. The damage can really pile up if you're able to land all 4 lashes on a group of enemies. This grenade also has unique functionality when paired with the Warlock Broodweaver's Mindspun Invocation aspect, which we'll let you discover on your own. On your own, huh? What do you think it would be? The unique functionality. The Mindspun Invocation aspect. So this is the enhanced version of a grenade, right? Because thrilling, you consume it, you have perch thrillings. Grapple, it unleashes thrillings. Shackle, you suspend targets when you defeat them with your primary. What do you think the slice wire would be? I think it enhances it. It makes the lashes radius larger and it does more. It lasts longer. That would be my guess. Is this D3 leaked footage? We wish. We wish. As far as we're seeing, the grenades are really good so far. Is there a third one? There is. Okay. Never mind. It's for Night Stalker only. New Night Stalker melee. Through countless battles, Night Stalkers have known Smoke Bomb as their only melee option. That's about to change. Phantom Surge. Dash forward, slashing commands as you pass through them. Deals significantly increased damage to void debuff targets and targets marked by on the prowl. Wow. Generate void overshield for each combat hit. Defeating at least one combat grants additional overshield and refunds some melee ability energy. Wow. Wow, you get half your melee back like that. So you can really spam that ability. Phantom Surge ushers in a new age of Night Stalker aggression. Whereas tossing a smoke bomb is a relatively passive action, Phantom Surge asks a Night Stalker to cut straight through their enemies, emerging stronger on the other side. The overshield you gain from hitting enemies is substantial, and our brilliant engineering team created a new tech for this ability that enables you to phase straight through enemy units. Oh, cool. So you won't get stuck on a target that doesn't die to the ability. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, that sounds fire. The damage is increased versus void debuff targets, given its strong combo potential with other abilities and weapons. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. While it's easy to dote on the new abilities, let's not forget the classics. Smoke Bomb is getting some love too. It now makes you and other allies invisible by default on deployment. No vanishing step required. Other elements of Night Stalker kit are also being reworked, some of which we'll talk about in the next section. I really like the grenades. I think they did a good job. Some damage for stasis, damage for strand, which is really, really good. Yeah, just 2 new darkness abilities. Kind of interesting they gave hunters a new melee ability. So hunter's the only one that gets a new melee ability by itself. What the fuck? What about new melee ability for some other classes, man? What the fuck? Dude, they literally gave favoritism to hunters here. I like this shatter grenade stuff. I can see myself using it 100%. It's between Dustfield and this now in PvE. But I see myself using shatter nades more. The damage. And I also see myself using this slice wire grenade. On my hunter, I like to use grapple. I like to use shackle, but I always missed having some damage, some more damage output. This shit's going to be pretty nice. Not going to lie. Oh, I wonder if Titan even cares about this. Probably. Can be pretty useful. Shackle is just so top tier. Same with grapple punch, so it might not be the best option because there's some really crazy builds with the other grenades. Yeah, really crazy builds. Check Void Warlock. That's an aspect. That's not a melee ability. Every character got one aspect. Titan's got one. Hunter's got one. Warlock's got one. Every darkness subclass got their own grenade. And then here comes baby hunters getting extra favoritism, getting their own unique melee ability added to their subclass while the other ones don't get one. It's just right there in your face, man. Ability reworks. We've reworked a few abilities to make them fit better in their kits or enhance them in general. Let's talk about the hunters, trappers, ambush aspect first. Activate your air move to consume your class ability energy and dive to the ground. Damaging targets on impact. Damage is greatly increased if striking while you have any positive void status effect. Damaging enemies with this ability heals you, and defeating combatants with this ability grants Devour. Wow. So if you have a Void Overshield, I think Invis counts too, no? It says a positive Void status effect. I would assume Invis is in there. It counts. So it heals you? Damn it, you get Devour too. Holy shit. It's just a Shatter Dive, but Void. Damn, that's scary. Night Stalker previously had several ways to go Invis, but not many ways to capitalize on Invis. Trapper's Ambush is now a substantial damage dealer, and that damage is increased if you cast it while invisible or under the effect of another Void buff. Casting it while invisible will refresh your invisibility when you hit the ground, and it retains its previous smoke cloud behavior when paired with the Vanishing Step aspect. Trapper's Ambush now uses class ability energy instead of melee energy, and thus activates class ability perks like Marksman Dodge and Gambler's Dodge. Wow. This enables you to combo it with a new Phantom Surge melee in creative ways. Finally, defeating enemies with Trapper's Ambush grants Devour, giving the Night Stalker more survivability than ever before. It also has a new animation, new VFX, and features a Void Blade instead of a Smoke Bomb. Void Blade instead of a Smoke Bomb. What did I miss here? Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it looks different. And then the blade is right there. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch it. That's a nice little touch. That's some over delivery right there. A big change for Titans coming up next. Titan Sentinel Ward of Dawn. Yeah, I saw this one. I get to play ball, man. Create a large protective dome for you and your allies. While inside the Ward of Dawn, allies gain Void Overshield and increased weapon damage, while targets inside the Ward of Dawn are weakened. I could have sworn you didn't get bonus weapon damage anymore inside of Ward of Dawn. So it looks like they're reverting that nerf. Now we're going back to getting increased damage. The ward's owner also gains increased melee damage while inside and can pick up and throw the ward's core to reposition the ward up to 2 times. Holy crap. Void Overshield, increased weapon damage. The targets inside are weakened. Holy, and you get bonus melee damage. You can pick it up and throw it up to 2 times, so it doesn't seem like you have to feed it at all. Gonna be broken? Well, looks like Bubble will be useful finally, after a while of not being useful. Ward of Dawn is now a giant Thunderdome that you fight inside. At more than twice its previous size. More than twice? They made the bubble even larger? Holy fuck. This new bubble is the Sentinel's domain, expanding their sphere of influence on the battlefield. You and your allies are buffed both offensively and defensively inside, while your enemies are debuffed, giving you a huge advantage in a wide range of combat scenarios. Once you've bested your enemies inside the bubble, simply pick up the core and throw it somewhere else to reposition the Thunderdome. On deployment, nearby enemies are pulled into the dome and base commands are taunted by the players inside. Taunted by the players inside. Oh wow. It's interesting to use that word because it implies that if you're in the bubble, the enemies will actually just run in there. Like, they won't just shoot the bubble from the outside. They will hunt you down inside. The Helm of Saint 14 exotic armor has also been reworked to extend the time that the ward lives, and it allows you and your allies to take weapons of light outside the dome. In the Crucible, make sure to protect the ward's core as it serves as the ward's weak point. The new bubble holds a couple of other secrets, but we'll let you discover those on your own. Cool, so they gave a weak point to the bubble just like Will of Radiance has the sword. So they made it easier to break the bubble. I don't know, man. Sounds like it'd be difficult to break the bubble anyways. You're going in there against weapons of light damage, enemies with overshields, with a Titan with extra melee damage that you are weakened as well. Yeah, sounds pretty wild. So there is some secrets with the new bubble. I'm willing to bet defeats feed the bubble inside, the mini bubble. And then when you pick it up and it's charged up and you throw it, the pull effect of the bubble is stronger. That's my guess. it tells you how many charges it has. Yeah, you couldn't pick it up again. I don't know, actually. A couple secrets, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was gonna feed the little bubble, but it didn't. Guess not. For our final highlighted ability rework, let's look at the Warlock. Warlock Broodweaver Mindspun Invocation Threadling Grenade. Hold the grenade input to charge your Threadling Grenade, causing it to weave a Threadling nest at the impact location that repeatedly spawns Threadlings. Alright, they took the Threadling nest from the exotic machine gun and turned it into its own thing here for Warlocks. Going to be some crazy synergy with that strand machine gun, because threadling nest is kind of a verb for that gun. So if you shoot the nest, I think it generates even more threadlings. Let's see if they mention it. The Mindspun Invocation aspect currently causes Threadling Grenade to create perched threadlings. But starting in the Monument of Triumph release, this aspect will cause your charged Threadling Grenade to spawn a Threadling nest in the world. Pretty good change, IMO. This essentially allows you to weave a Threadling turret on the battlefield that gives you an additional angle of attack. The nest also interacts with the service of Lazuku Exotic Machine Gun to enhance its productivity, as I thought. Pretty cool synergy there. Stasis Harvest aspects. The 3 Stasis Harvest aspects, Tectonic, Grim, Glacial Harvest, needed some love, so we're reworking them. We've also reworked Frost Armor and the way Stasis subclasses creates Shatter Shards. Did they really? They reworked Frost Armor. I am curious. Shatter Shards. All Stasis subclasses now create Shatter Shards intrinsically. Wow. Damn. That's a big buff. Shatter Shards are created when a Stasis Guardian shatters a crystal or a frozen enemy, or when they defeat a slowed or frozen enemy. So the Shatter Shards are those little like shards that spawn when you have one of these harvest mods, and it gives you melee energy. It's quite useful. A lot of melee spam. Harvest aspect gives you Frost Armor when you pick up a Shatter Shard. While you have Frost Armor, defeating an enemy with a stasis or kinetic weapon has a chance to shatter the enemy, dealing damage around the shattered enemy. Wow. While you have Frost Armor, taking damage now grants ability energy. So for Titans it's melee, for Warlocks it's grenade, and for Hunters it's class. Pretty neat, they changed it. It's not just purely melee energy anymore. They also reduced the fragment slots from 3 to 2. Frost Armor. The stacks now melt off one at a time instead of all at once. Each stack now gives slightly more damage resistance. So resistance at 5 stacks is increased by 31% to 35%. And that's only 5 stacks, which, if I remember correctly, with a fragment you can make it go up to 8 stacks. So we're probably looking at like 40-ish DR maybe? I don't know what we had currently. When using a stasis subclass, you can now create shatter shards without equipping the harvest mods. The harvest aspects will continue to give frost armor when you pick up a stasis shard and grant powerful benefit while you have frost armor. Meanwhile, frost armor stacks now fall off one at a time, allowing for much higher frost armor uptime. I like that. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty useful. So we got some ability balance changes. Alongside the above new abilities and reworks, We packed a ton of other ability balance changes into this release, and we talked in depth about all of them. We'd be here all day. Not to mention we have a Twid coming after this. So we'll just list them below. I mean, we're going to omit some of the more minor changes to avoid bogging down the blog, instead listing only the substantial changes. It's mostly buffs, but there are some nerfs sprinkled in as well to keep things balanced. Look for the full list of patch notes when the Triumph launches on June 9. Alright, so first up we got Warlock with Dawnblade. Heat Rises aspect. While Heat Rises is active, it now reduces the accuracy of Kamban's attacks versus a Warlock only in PvE. Wow. Heat Rises no longer decreases the initial burst of speed provided by activating Burst Glide. Icarus Dash. Oh my god. They cooked it. Increased fragment slots from 2 to 3. Holy shit. That's big. Can't have as many fragments. But to be honest, you didn't really need that many of them. Warlock is so cracked. Stormcaller. Chain Lightning Melee. Increased damage versus Kamban's by 100%. Now has 2 ability charges by default. Really? Wild. Lightning Surge fragment slots from 2 to 3. Wild. Pretty wild. Voidwalker, Child of the Old Gods aspect. Now suppresses Kamban's for a short time after initial attach. Suppresses? Increases the child's max speed and acceleration by 100%. Increased fragment slots from 2 to 3. Holy crap. It suppresses. With Briarbinds, it also weakens. Dude, Child of the Old Gods is so insanely beast, guys. This is wild, man. The acceleration is increased by 100%. I didn't think it needed to be faster. I thought it was pretty fast already. Nova Bomb Cataclysm Super. Allied projectiles now pass through the Nova Bomb projectile instead of colliding with it. Thank you. Thank you. Shadebinder. Frost Pulse aspect. Now grants 5 stacks of frost armor if this ability freezes a target. Increased fragment slots from 2 to 3. Broodweaver. The Wanderer aspect. Thrilling final blows now reduce your tangle cooldown by 1 second. Thank you. Holy shit. You can make even more tangles. Fuck yeah. Titan Sentinel. Offensive Bulwark aspect. While the player has an overshield, final blows now grant melee ability energy. Hey, that's pretty sweet. I fuck with that. I like using Offensive Bulwark in PvE for the Void Overshield. Not bad. Not bad at all. Unbreakable aspect. Final blows with Unbreakable's blast now grant Devour. Slightly increased the size of Unbreakable's blast. Alright, pretty neat change there. You get Devour if you get a kill with Unbreakable. That is very useful because I don't think there's any way to get Devour on Titan. You have to run fragments and you have to collect like orbs or some shit to get Devour. So now Titans have a way to actually get that ability, which won't be hard with Unbreakable. His damage is not that bad. So Unbreakable now gives you Overshield as you take damage, and it also gives you Devour. It's also scaling with grenade damage. It can clear waves of ads. It can also weaken targets if you have the weakening fragment. So Devour, Overshield, Weaken, I think it even suppresses if you have a suppressor grenade equipped. So there's some things to do with it now. The fact that it gives you Devour is going to make me consider potentially running this. I might not, but that Devour does seem pretty good. Because it would free up a lot of the ways to build craft with the fragments. So Bastion aspect. Increase fragment slots from 2 to 3. What the hell is Bastion aspect? Chat. Offensive Bulwark is the one where you drop a barricade and you get an overshield, right? What is Bastion? Is Controlled Demolition, Unbreakable, Offensive Bulwark? I'm so confused. Hand Shield? Bastion is the one where you drop the shield and you get an overshield. What the fuck is Offensive Bulwark? Oh, I see now. That's the one that increases your melee damage, your melee range, and it extends your overshield. I actually quite like that aspect. So it states that final blows while you have an overshield grant you melee ability energy. Interesting. That has some synergy with the frisbee because the frisbee gives you overshield so it can kind of feed itself melee energy without really having to try. Kind of crazy they nerfed Bastion though. Kind of crazy. I didn't think Bastion was... Why? I don't really understand why Bastion went from 2 to 3 fragment slots. This is the first one where I'm questioning the 2 to 3 fragment slots. Fucking wild, dude. Was Bastion, like, where was Bastion kind of cracked in? I don't know, man. So we got Shield Bash that increased damage versus combats by 100%. Good. Striker Thruster can now be activated while airborne. Oh my god! Twilight Garrison, we're back. Why would they do this? Why would they wait till now, man? Why would they do this in the last update? This is insane, dude. They buffed Bastion. It gained a fragment slot. Oh, that's what it means. You can hold 3 fragments now. I'm misreading it all. Shadebinder, Frost Pulse, you can have another extra fragment now. Lightning Surge is another fragment now. Icarus Dash gets an... Wait, they buffed Icarus Dash. Holy fuck. Holy crap. They buffed all of these? Holy crap, dude. We're about to be so OP. We're about to be so OP. That's some crazy buffs. I misunderstood. Guys, we're getting Twilight Garrison back. Let's fucking go. Damn, they're doing it. Knockout aspect. No longer grants a lunge range increase versus enemy players. This change should reduce some awkward rubber banding and crucible melee battles. Touch of Thunder aspect. Lightning Grenade now gives 5 stacks of bolt charge per hit. Damn. Because Lightning Grenade sticks on enemies now, so not that hard to actually get those bolt charge stacks. Flashbang now explodes on initial bounce in addition to its existing detonation. What do you mean now explodes? So it explodes twice? You get 2 times the damage on a flashbang grenade? If I'm understanding right. Fucking wild. Storm Grenade. Increase storm duration by 0.5 seconds. Increase maximum tracking speed versus commands by 38%. Increase time to reach max tracking speed by 25%. Slowly making the comeback to the Storm Grenade, Heart of Inmost Light, Bolt Titan. Seismic Strike Melee. Increase damage versus commands by 100%. Sunbreaker Hammer Strike Melee. Increase damage versus commands by 100%. Behemoth Diamond Lance. Reduced size of the freeze detonation from thrown Diamond Lance versus players. Cryoclasm. Sliding while you have Frost Armor now launches a stasis wave that shatters stasis crystals and frozen enemies in front of you. So you don't have to actually slide into them anymore. You can do it at a distance and the wave will shatter them. That's pretty neat. That's cool. Because it lets you see the wave and then like you're anticipating the shatterness. You're looking at the wave and then boom, it hits, you know, and you get to see the shattering rather than like being in there. You're like, what the fuck, man? What's going on? Am I killing shit? You know, you can't really tell. You think it flashes and explodes. Oh, okay. Glacial Quake. Heavy attacks now deal additional damage in the area in front of the Titan. Huh. Ought to be nuking solo bosses inside of a bubble. Yeah, there's a Twid coming today. We're in the Twid waiting room right now. Berserker Dredger's Lash. Defeating elementally debuffed targets now grants class ability energy. Increased fragment slots from 2 to 3. Suspending waves impact damage now scales with your class stat. Guys. Dredger's Lash with the exotic boots might be back. We might be so back. We might be so back. Hunter Night Stalker on the Prowl. In addition to acquiring a target when you become invisible, will now passively acquire a target after a short time if you're not invisible. This passive acquisition does not occur against enemy guardians. Thank you. Mobius Quiver. Reduce maximum Mobius Quiver buff to crossbow weapons by 50%. Damn, dude. I thought the Mobius with crossbows was gonna go crazy, but they knew, man. They knew. They know about the tech. Gunslinger Acrobat's dodge class ability can now be activated while airborne. Cool. Hell yeah. Proximity Explosive Knife. Increased detonation size from 5 to 6 meters. Increased detonation damage. Oh my fucking god. Holy crap. Caliban's hands are about to be so lit. 5 to 6 meters. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, you're always going to get a kaboom now. The range plus the damage is going to be so insane. Holy fucking hell, dude. Dude, I might just be a hunter main for June 9th. Sorry, guys. That shit sounds crazy. On your mark. Now grants solar restoration times 1 for 3 seconds instead of cure after final blows at 10 stacks. Knock him down. Now grants cure on super activation. Blade Barrage. Increases knife projectile speed and tracking. Increase knife detonation size from 3 to 4.5, 2.25 meters. Increased knife detonation damage by 10. Knife detonations now scorch enemies. God damn, what an insane buff. Golden Gun Deadshot. Reduce super energy gain from player kills by 40%. Haha. Arc Strider, Arc Staff Super. Now grants bolt charge stacks on kill. Lethal Current. Now jolts and creates an aftershock when used with Tempest Strike. Can now be activated while in super. What? Holy crap. So this buff, I think, is going to be absolutely juiced with my Fusion Rifle Arc Bolt build. If I remember correctly. That's just going to be really nice. Ascension detonation damage now scales with your class stat. Oh. Now counts as an ability, class ability for all perks and abilities. Oh. Threadrunner. Rope Dart Melee. Successfully catching the Rope Dart now grants Wolvermail based on the number of targets it defeated. Okay. Widow Silk. Increased fragment slots from 2 to 3. Let's go! Threaded Spectre. The Spectre's detonation damage now scales with your class stat. Really? Does it really? Does it really? Are you sure about that? You want to do that? Ensnaring Slam now counts as a class ability for all perks and abilities. Getting a Rose tier 5? Don't know, man. I'm reading right now. We're halfway through. I don't see shit about a tier 5 Rose or tier 5 anything yet. The Twid's coming out soon, hopefully. Nice to see you, Kezi. Revenant, Shadow Dive. Increased fragment slots from 2 to 3. Winter Shroud, fragment slots from 2 to 3. Alright. General abilities, grenades. Lightning Grenade, increased detonation damage by 25%. Scatter grenades reduce chase distance versus players by 50%. Reduce the amount of grenade energy this ability gains from perks by 12.5%. Wow, they nerf scatters. Grapple. Against boss combatants, reduce max grapple melee damage bonus granted by grenade step by 50%. Ouch. They nerfed the grapple. Against boss combatants, damage bonus granted by grenade set and melee set is now additive instead of multiplicative. Multi-charge abilities in PvP only. When the match begins, multi-charge abilities now start with 1 charge instead of all charges. Stasis Whisper of Rhyme. Max Frost armor stacks reduced from 8 to 7. Oh. A little bit of a nerf there. Damage resistance has been rescaled to provide the same max benefit. Word, okay. Spark of Shock. But yeah, this is fine. Because it just, you get max stacks sooner. Instead of having to get to 8, you just have to go to 7, you know? Less stacks overall, much easier to get to. It's gonna be faster. For sure. Hey, Stave, thanks a lot for the 63 months. Welcome back. Thanks so much for that. Thank you very much. When Jolt is applied via an Arc Soul or an Ionic Sentry, there is now a 4-second internal cooldown for applying Jolt again via these constructs. Huh. So, was there a problem like where it was doing Jolt too often, or would it just not reapply Jolt before and now it can do it again? But it's on a 4-second cooldown. Massive arc lock nerf. Oh, okay, so it is a nerf. So it was applying Jolt constantly, but they added a cooldown. Crazy. Crazy. Hey, ISO. Nice to see you. Void. invisibility made void invis more visible in the Crucible. Wow. Wow, only fucking took you the death of destiny to fucking finally do that. Great, man. Volatile rounds now increases weapon damage versus champions by 10%. Hot. Weapon damage with volatile rounds no longer stuns barrier champions. Weapon archetypes now govern weapon-based champion stuns. See last week Dev Insights article for more. Solar Radiant. Increased weapon damage versus champions by 10%. Weapon damage while Radiant no longer stuns barrier champions. Facet of Dominance. When Jolt is applied via an Arc Soul, there is now a 4-second internal cooldown for applying Jolt again via this construct. Damn. Yeah, that's another nerf right there, huh? Ability stats. Reduce maximum passive ability cooldown bonus granted by ability stats by 20%. Reduce maximum active ability cooldown bonuses granted by ability stats from 190% to 125%. Are they actually nerfing ability cooldowns? Is that what it means? Kezi, oh my goodness. Thank you for the 500 bits. Thank you so much, Kezi. You're awesome. Regarding this change to ability stats, we feel Destiny Combat has leaned slightly too far in favor of using abilities to resolve encounters, and we'd like to shift it further in favor of using weapons. Oh my god, this is the best thing you have said in the past year, bro. Probably not the best, but it's one of the best things they could have said. Fucking finally, bro. The devs, Bungie woke up and it only took the death of Destiny, the final update, for them to wake up, man. They said, you know what, man? Maybe we should hear about people saying they love guns. Maybe we should pay attention that we've been adding all these brand new guns, all these cool ass new blasters that you can't even fucking use because they're dog shit compared to your abilities. You know, why are you even adding new guns to the loot pool if they're fucking dog shit to use? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? New blaster SMG, great. What's the point, man? It doesn't kill anything. Been wasting their damn time adding new loot. Looks cool. I want to use it. Too bad. Ability is supreme. It dominates. The guns are just cosmetics. Unless you have a mint. This reduction in ability uptime is paired with a general increase to primary and special weapon damage that we detailed in last week's article about weapon changes. Wait, I didn't read that. So there's bonus damage to weapons, chat? I didn't see that. I need to check that out. I'm kind of curious now. The floor for ability uptime remains where it is for the live game, but the ceiling has been brought down to avoid highly optimized builds from trivializing combat. Abilities remain incredibly potent and powerful, especially with the newer and adjusted abilities detailed above. I mean, they're right. Even though they've done this, they've just buffed a shit ton of abilities as we kept reading. So I don't think anything's going to change. I don't think we're going to be able to spam weapons more. I don't think abilities won't actually dominate content still. I think abilities just got a crazy buff that they need to bring it down and bring weapons up to just keep it in the same, like where it's at right now. But I also don't have the context of the other. Wait, the final Twid is out now? It is? All right, let's go. We'll come back to this. Here we go. 17,000 words, bro. There better be a Destiny 3 in this shit, man. This week in Destiny. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Crossing fingers, ladies and gentlemen. Lock it in. This week in Destiny, we revealed the latest details about the Monument of Triumph update coming next week. After talking about weapons, the artifact, PvP, and much more. Early this morning, we shared all you need to know about abilities and armor. We have one last batch of news coming right away. Let's do this. Monument of Triumph arrives June 9. So they released a trailer. They showcased the abilities, some changes, Sparrow Racing League, Heavy Metal, and much more. In the long list of trailers, seasonal previews, and patch videos, this will be one of your favorites for years to come. Okay. We've been seeing many of you sharing older videos around social media, reminiscing about your favorite moments. Same 14 headbutting a Vex, Savathun making her grand entrance, the introduction of Lodi, and many more. Tag us more with your trailers. Read our latest Dev Insights articles. So the ones about the weapons and the most recent one that we're reading right now about the ability changes. Monument of Triumph rewards. It is jam-packed with rewards, some new, some old, but unreleased, and some released, but until now, unobtainable. As the final live service update for Destiny 2, we want to hold nothing back. Here's some highlights of what you can expect. Return of the previously limited time Shadow White, Super Black Griffin, and All-Star Vector Skimmer. 12 armor ornament sets per class. This is beyond the armor updates to other vendors around the tower. New universal helmet ornaments, including a new flaming helmet, the Einherjar Cardinate. The first earnable hollow chip. The return of exotic faction ornaments. Weapon ornament for Turncoat. Our new reward pass exotic hand cannon. Fafnir and heir apparent exotic weapons. A selection of endlessly purchasable engrams containing tiered weapons from the Lawless and Reclamation seasons, tiered weapons from Pinnacle Ops, Crucible Fireteam Ops, tiered weapons from the Dawning Festival of the Lost and Guardian Games events, tiered weapons and armor from the Solstice event. Complete Triumphs spend legendary marks. Nestled in the tower courtyard behind the newly erected monument are 4 plaques celebrating the Guardian tenets. Interacting with these plaques opens different vendors where you may purchase rewards in exchange for a new currency called legendary marks. After inspecting the courtyard monument mark, make your first purchase of the Tenet of Bravery to unlock all other Tenet vendors. Legendary marks are earned upon completing any triumph from Monument of Triumph. These can be conveniently located by interacting with the View Triumphs button on these vendor screens. These triumphs can also be accessed through the Journey tab. There's even a new View Featured shortcut to quickly open directly to the Monument of Triumph category from the Triumphs button on the Journey screen. This is what it looks like. It gives you the information that you need. Finding the rewards that you want. There's so much to earn. Here's a breakdown of where you can find different types of rewards. All vendors have a selection of armor ornament sets, Ghost, Ship, and Sparrow accessory sets. Tenet of Bravery. There's a new Skimmer, new Universal, helmet ornament. Fafnir, the heir apparent exotic weapons. All engrams and general emblems. And here's a screen to show off what it looks like. The Tenet of Bravery. You can see the weapons there. The vehicle, the engrams, equipment sets. Tenet of Devotion, a selection of SRL cosmetics, the Griffin and All-Star Vector Skimmer general emotes. So this is a Tenet of Devotion vendor. Moving on, we got Tenet of Sacrifice, new universal helmet ornament, super black shader earnable hollow chip, general finishers, ghosts, and ships. Wow. So many armor sets. Tenet of Death, the Coronet universal helmet ornament, some random exotic armor ornaments, maybe you'll recognize them. A selection of raid and dungeon related cosmetics, Shadow White shader, general shaders, and transmit effects. Tenet of Death. Yeah, we got a flaming helmet there. a bunch of emblems. Wow. Special rewards require special challenges. While the majority of rewards can be purchased as soon as they require a number of legendary marks are earned, some rewards will ask you to complete specific triumphs or sets of triumphs to be able to purchase them for legendary marks. Shadowite, complete a weekly deep side quest, which is offered from Hawthorne in the Tower Bazaar for the Vault of Glass raid. For the Carnage, you need to complete 8 triumphs in the Teamwork Raid Challenges category. Immortal Legend Armor Ornament Set, obtain the Immortal title. This is the Immortal Legend Armor Set. You got like a cool crown helmet. Honestly, it's pretty neat for the time. This is the Coronet Flaming Animated Helmet. Looks pretty neat. Bungie Foundation now and forever. Guardians. Over the years, you've helped turn compassion into action and shown what's possible when our community comes together for those in need. Today, we wanted to take a moment to assure you of the future of the Bungie Foundation and properly thank you for the incredible support Guardians have given the Foundation since Destiny's launch. Our team remains committed to our mission to providing joy and relief to kids and communities who need it most. From Bungie's very first fundraising campaign in response to Hurricane Katrina during the days of Halo, through all of the incredible years in Destiny and now what comes next. Our success and ability to change the world has been because of the compassion and generosity of you, our community. Since our very first activation in Destiny 1 with the Pride of Nepal emblem 11 years ago, wow, you helped us raise more than $32 million to support our Little Lights program, inclusion, diversity, equity initiatives, and humanitarian causes. We are eternally grateful for your awe-inspiring generosity, kindness, and willingness to join us in trying to make the world a better place. Thank you. We will continue showing up for causes that need us, and though the way we fundraise may look different, we are just as determined to make a dent in the universe as we ever have been. As always, this will be a community-led effort, and we will continue to collaborate with Lightkeepers across the world to help us shape what is next for the chapter. More details later. Celebrate Pride Month. Join the Bungie Foundation and the Pride Bungie and Trans Bungie Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity Associations in celebrating Pride Month with some classic and brand new cosmetics in D2. New for this year is the Vivid Spectrum Holochip, available in Eververse starting with the launch of Monument of Triumph on June 9th and June 23rd. Eververse will also have the Pride Shader Pack back in stock now until June 23rd. And the Infinite Prismatic Emblem is available for donation via Tiltify. All donations support our partners as it gets better, who we have teamed up with since 2020 to uplift, empower, and connect the LGBTQ youth around the globe, with the Destiny community raising nearly $750K in support of It Gets Better. Final Bungie rewards in store. In honor of Monument of Triumph, players who unlock the Immortal title will be eligible to purchase a Monument of Triumph shirt Bungie rewards on the Bungie store. This special Bungie rewards offer is available only to players who complete the Immortal title in Destiny 2 by September 30. Players that do complete it have until October 31 to purchase the Bungie reward. And this is what the shirt looks like. Wow, you have the Titan Lion, the Hunter Snake, and the Warlock Eagle. Or Falcon. I think it's a Falcon, actually. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. We are also excited to bring you a free digital Bungie reward with the Destiny 2 Monument of Triumph Original Soundtrack Digital Edition. Immerse yourself into the music of Destiny 2 with over an hour of amazing tunes. The perfect soundtrack for players to track their journey to Immortal. Nice. We are also excited to share that we will be launching a Sparrow Racing League jacket later in June for Guardians who want to look their best while taking first place. More details later. For returners in Old Lights, we have something extra nice ready for every player that logs in to play Monument of Triumph. In addition to 2 bright engrams and 50 legendary marks, you'll also receive the Toast to the Monument emblem below when you return starting June 9. Claim them from the special deliveries kiosk in the tower, located between Banshee and Raoul. Wow, look at this emblem. So insane. What a crazy, crazy emblem. Wow. You got the Ghost Shell. You got the Vanguard with Kate on it. And then the larger expanded version has so many incredible characters throughout the years. Wow, man. This is so sad. Meanwhile, for our most veteran players, give me 1 sec. I'm okay. Meanwhile, for our most veteran players, those who have played all that Destiny 2 had to offer from the Red War campaign to Renegades, we have one more set of rewards. It's too much. Sorry. It's too much. It really is. I feel like I can't talk. Man, this fucking sucks. Oh, dude, this fucking sucks. This shit's hard. I thought I was getting better. No, pero ¿por qué? Ryu, thanks a lot for the 150, man. Thank you so much for the 150 gifted subs, dude. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I thought I was getting better. I think I was just trying to maybe yeah, I think I was just trying to. I can't. I'm having the hardest fucking time staying composed. Feels like a mental breakdown. It just takes over and I can't hold it back. I'm trying to get a hold of myself so I can keep reading this. Yeah, I really thought I was getting better. But I think I was just trying to become cold towards a situation so I can get over it or something. But I haven't gotten over it. Yeah, I just thought I cared too much. Felt like I saw people that just didn't really care. They were just already moved on from Destiny. And I felt like maybe I was wrong, like to feel the way that I did, to try to get over it, try to get over myself. But it's not working. I care too fucking much. God, I can't believe they're fucking doing this. I can't believe they're doing this. Okay. All right. So, for the people that played from the Red War campaign to Renegades, we're getting the old lights emblem. They turned the timeline into an emblem. It's pretty good. After Monument of Triumph launches, the Old Lights emblem will be awarded to any player whose account recorded any amount of playtime in Destiny 2 expansions years, including D2, Forsaken, Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, Lightfall, Final Shape, Year, Prophecy. This emblem will be releasing during the launch window. We don't have a specific time, but we'll be sure to let you know when it's live. No, it can't be it, man. That's it? Is that really it? When Monument of Triumph goes live on the 9th, we are resetting all engrams available as ranked rewards at vendors. Funny thing, the only vendor at this time that still rewards emblems and ranks up is Saint 14. the Trials of Osiris vendor. So in other words, this is a general warning for players to go visit Saint 14 and cash in all the engrams he may be holding on for you. Cool sword. Nice art. Sign of the Nine, attributed destiny. Remembrance piano play. And the Twid before Monument of Triumph launches is now complete. Much love, guys. Much love, guys. Just a few more days before you can all start experiencing this update. Damn. There's actually... That's it, man. I knew what to expect, yet I'm still unhappy with it. Because it's not what I wanted. It's not about D2 continuing or D3. They're not bullshitting, man. Part of me really wished they were going to just say they were just fucking trolling. And the more that I read, the closer we're getting to finishing this Twid, the more like real it gets. And I fucking hate that. Take your time to experiment and try new things, and don't hesitate to just make... Oh, man. Weird mixes here and there of weapons and armor you never use. Who knows? It could be the next meta. Publishing 3 Dev Insights articles along with their accompanying tweets was a tough task. We needed more than 29k words to properly show you all why this update was a really big deal. How much work went into updating? They achieved their goals. They did. A lot of us care so much. The only thing that remains is to load into Destiny 2, play Monument of Triumph on Tuesday. We'll be there with you. Throw us an emote if you see us. We'll dance with you, cheer with you, hand out free hugs. Find us in the tower June 9th. You actually want to cry? This is supposed to be a video game. Dude, I've never been so moved by a game. Holy shit. To have this uncontrollable wave of sadness as I'm reading the tweet it's just so alien to me. Nothing gets to me like that, man. Nothing has ever gotten to me like that. I mean, I didn't even know I could feel that way. Yeah, I didn't know I could be that sad.
Baby, I love big booty Latinas. Those booties just leave me speechless. Clapping those cheeks while they're making tortillas. God bless big booty Latinas.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, if I can't sit here and talk to you guys, I'm gonna have to end the stream. There's no point if I just can't fucking sit here and talk to you guys. I'm happy you guys understand. This is wild, man. I'm telling you, dude. I didn't think I was capable of feeling that sad. Dude, I'm usually so well in control of my emotions. Fuck, man. You've been crying since the announcement. Man, I tried so hard to quote unquote get over it, to kind of just accept it and, you know, be sad, but also just keep going, doing the things that I need to do, obviously, because time doesn't stop for anybody, for your feelings. Dude, and I thought maybe I was finally coming to terms with the situation, and, you know, I could probably be excited and cheer everyone up about the situation. And after reading this, turns out that now I'm still just fucking sad, if not even more. You're happy because life is well, you're having a baby, but also fuck, it feels like part of me died. It's tough, man. You seen games end, this hurts so much more than I could have imagined. Yeah, me too. I've like beating a game or games that just end because they don't get supported anymore. Yeah, I've seen that too. I'm so impressed with how much this game meant to me. It's funny, man. There's no denying how much I care about this game. The past couple of days, like when news drops, I'm like ignoring it, almost to try to ignore the fact that you know, I'm pissed, sad that it's the last update. Almost like trying to just ignore the feelings, I guess. Got asked yesterday if I checked out the new abilities or whatever. And I'm trying to like not even pay attention. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. I saw a little bit, but Destiny 1 days were so magical. They were so good. Don't bottle it in. It feels like that's what I've been doing. I know it's not good to do. I mean, and that's why I embrace the feelings with the news. Sitting in the tower for hours with you guys, playing the final shape again. Oh, man. This situation is so lame. It sucks. It really sucks. You don't even know if you'll be able to play the update mentally. Agreed. Like, I could barely read through the Twid. Who fucking knows how it's going to be like playing the game? Could be a situation where the gameplay is just distracting you from the truth, right? Like what's going to happen. I hope so. I hope it's distracting. I'm going to need it to distract me from the fact that it's the last update. Tower's just jam-packed. June 9th, man. You gotta slam the shit out of the servers. I don't think so, Randall. I'm not really sure. We're gonna get Destiny back. I hope so, man. Yeah, we gotta keep trying. Slam the servers on the 9th. Show a lot of interest in the game, for sure. I haven't cried this much before as a D1 vet. I can't believe this is it. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I ever shed a tear for anything. Must have been years. I get upset about some things, yeah. Get frustrated, sad about some things, but never to this level. Never gets to me this much. I could say it was uncontrollable sadness. It's so powerful, man. I tried holding it back and I couldn't. It literally overpowered me. The game is too expensive for them to make. I guess, man. I fucking guess. yeah, at the moment, I can't really be excited about any of this news. It's not that I hate it. It's not that I think it's bad. In fact, I think they're cooking. The stuff does look very good. But it's impossible to get excited about it when you have something just as like powerful of a feeling, if not even more, that's like the opposite of excitement, because they told us that June 9th is the last live service update. And it seems like there's really no more Destiny 2 after that, or Destiny 3. PlayStation Italia Twitter. What am I supposed to be looking at? The Destiny. Beautiful. Oh my god, it just goes on. Oh my god, every single comment is just Destiny 3. Dude. Insane. Holy fucking shit, dude. This community is insane. This community is insane. Wow. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the people that have the that have it in them to do that. Dude, it's just hard. It's very moving. We are definitely making ourselves be heard though as a community, which is great. It's incredible. They will hear us all 100%. I think they already know, man. They have heard us. They're refusing to acknowledge it. Refusing to acknowledge us. You didn't play D2, but would feel horrible if Warframe were shut down, especially how it happened with D2. Yeah. Yeah, this game means a lot to many of us. This is such a special game for me. I pretty much grew with this game. I mean, holy crap. I played since the beta of Destiny 1. It's only natural that it means as much as it does, right? And no matter how hard I'm trying to just like move on and just accept it, to deal with it and just keep going, it's not really happening. It's pretty difficult. June 9th is going to be wild. I really hope we have hundreds, thousands of players playing. We got a game really damn hard. You were 14 when you started playing, 25 now? That's insane. Yeah, I was like 18 when I started playing. 30 now. I gave Destiny my 20s, bro. Enough people for the PvP population I'll be gaming. I think there will be, man. I mean, we're going to do a lot of Crucible for sure. . Frost is a nunk? I guess so, dude. Pantheon plans yet? Yeah, we do have a team. It's our raid squad. Click on the hidden image. What is just a cat? Go do a crime. Can't wait to watch this raid. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a blast. We're gonna make the best of it. Gave this game your teenage years. It's gonna be so bittersweet. Yeah, bittersweet. Is there a more powerful word for bittersweet? There needs to be. That word feels like it's like 1/10 of like a word that I need that describes how powerful of a feeling I'm gonna experience. Great update, but so fucking pissed and sad that is the last final update. You were just trying to make me happy. I'm okay now, man. I'm okay now. Yeah, I didn't mean to get sad on you guys. That shit just happened out of nowhere. I didn't expect it. I really fucking didn't. I mean, I was reading through Poker Face, locked in, chilling, and then I see the goddamn emblems and their words, and then like seeing this, the timeline of the updates we've gotten. That shit hit too hard. Oh man. That's a really good emblem though. It's a really good emblem. That's for sure. So shall I continue burning through this? Or we're halfway done. Just read through this, help everyone get back to feeling better. Just so it's not so distracting and whatever you guys got going on in your day-to-day right now. So I'm gonna speed run. Try to speed run some of this. Fragments lost from 2 to 3 for Shadow Dive, Winter Shroud. Fragments lost from 2 to 3. General abilities. We read through this already a little bit. We read about the Invis change, Radiant. We read through these already. Super Generation. Here we go. So they're nerfing abilities. We read that. Supers reduced super energy regeneration from dealing damage to bosses by 60%. So they're trying to nerf super spam. Armor 3.0 update. Ever since the release of Armor 3.0 system rework, we've seen increased variety in how players make their builds and leverage stats. So let's see what they do. Armor archetypes should help you understand and communicate your build crafting options with stats. All right, let's keep reading. We think that the original 6 archetypes that fulfill these goals admirably. However, certain builds require significantly more tools to get the stats they need. So these are the new archetypes: Siegebreaker, Health and Grenade; Skirmisher, Melee Weapons; Demolitionist, Grenade Class; Colossus, Super Health; Reaver, Class Melee; Powerhouse, Weapon Super. Our goal is that despite exciting options for those that want them, looking at you, Powerhouse, your current builds won't be so outclassed that you feel like you must replace the roles you already have to be effective. But if you want to experiment with new builds or further fine-tune your stats, there are more options to build the distribution you want. Before we move on, we wanted to tackle a few questions. Archetypes be available in all armor. Almost any new armor 3.0 drop from anywhere in the game can drop with new archetypes. What about it missing stat combinations? Are there 30 possible archetypes? As mentioned above, we want to avoid bloating the pool, making it clear best choice for all in the Crucible or PV. We want to keep each stat equally represented. Is it going to be harder to grind armor now? No, with the combination of 6 new archetypes and the sheer number of armor sets bonuses available, it made sense to give the armor mods on your ghost a boost. Each one will now provide the odds of your chosen archetype dropping to 1 and 2. Okay. Nice. Exotic armor stats. We had a long-term plans to give the exotic armor a way to access higher tier behavior. Originally, we planned to give them a deterministic route for upgrading. However, we've ultimately realized that it was healthier for the game to take the most straightforward approach. Moving forward, all exotic armor will have tier 5 stats and will have access to all tuning mods. This applies retroactively to all armor exotics 3.0. Wow, so you don't have to grind for them. Armor set bonuses as they settled into the sandbox. We've seen Guardians leverage armor set bonuses in a lot of different ways. Here's a couple things we'd like to address. There's 2 set bonus perks that were big enough outliers that needed to get some balance. The Ride or Die Together, Smoke Jumper 2-piece set, right? Yeah, they nerfed the DR on this. We believe this adjustment has a sweet spot where it's still potent but not a must pick. The Super Luminal Motion, Psyche 4-piece, what does it do? I forgot about that. Health granted while moving from 15 to 30 health per second outside of the Crucible. The power of the Wayward Psyche set bonus fell short of a goals for what a raid armor set bonus should feel like. Oh, okay. Per behaviors and change in Crucible. The second issue is simultaneously more straightforward and harder to solve. The current available list set bonuses, while often fun to buildcraft with, can sometimes feel like they provide very few options. So the solution is they're refreshing a massive amount of gear across the game. That includes more set bonuses than they previously made, compressed into a single release. From elemental effects, abilities, synergies, and survivability, explosions, movement, echoes of armor mods pass, there's something for everyone. Alright, let's read some of the examples. Exodus down. The 2-piece, when your shields become broken, collect all nearby orbs of power and ammo bricks. The 4-piece, whenever you gain, lose, or spend an armor charge, heal and gain damage reduction for a short time. Wow. That's pretty good. We got Veritas, or Veritas. 2-piece. Performing a finisher on a combat or landing successive power melee final blows generates elemental pickup based on your light subclass. Successive powered melee final blows, huh? An elemental pickup. That's going to be really good for the Thunderclap, I would say. So the 4-piece says that performing a finisher on powerful commands heals you and generates loyal void moths. Wow. That's pretty neat, huh? It's not Dave. Thanks for the prime, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate you big time. Before we move on, we have seen one question coming up since the Monument of Triumph reveal that we'd like to address. Will the Armor 3.0 versions of Raid Armor still have access to raid mods? No, the raid mods are a feature exclusive to Armor 2.0 due to technical limitations. Since we know certain raid mods can sometimes be more valuable than a set bonus in a specific situation, Armor 2.0 for all available raids will be focusable at Hawthorne for 10 spoils of conquest each. Word. Yeah, Dave, unfortunately, it's not looking like today. I only wanted to hop on, check out the Twid. Especially after the Twid, I'm not in a mood to really do anything else anymore. Alongside the above ability and armor changes, we took some time to update a handful of exotics from each class spanning multiple years of Destiny 2 releases. So, first up, Wormhusk Crown. At one point, Wormhusk was a genuine scourge upon PvP. With the modern sandboxes, it's fallen by the wayside. So let's see, what do they do? Solar multi-kills grant burning souls, while active solar ability damage is increased and dodging greatly cures the player and nearby allies. Solar multi-kills, huh? Yeah, they made it way more PvE focused. I like it more this way. You got to get solar multi kills. So you get solar ability damage increase and the dodging cures and heals allies. So we got Shards of Galanor. Landing 5 out of 7 knives in the volley during super causes a delayed solar explosion and releases solar shrapnel. This can happen with each volley of super knives. Landing both explosions is approximately comparable to a Q-Res Thunder Crash. Holy shit. So Shards is helping your Blade Barrage be like a Thunder Crash super. Let's fucking go. That's great. Caliban's has been a strong option for the prismatic class item, but it's largely falling behind the base exotic. Oh my god, oh my god. Increase the melee recharge bonus by 25%. Dealing damage with Scorch now refunds a small amount of melee energy. Ignition final blows fully refund a knife energy and can overflow into, oh my god, disgusting. Frosties. So the buff is you gain stacks of frost armor while sprinting. What? DR for sprinting? When you have a frost armor, stasis weapons deal increased damage. What? That's fucking crazy. Shinobu's Vow. Now gains skip grenade energy whenever you gain stacks of bolt charge. Skip grenade damage now grants bolt charge. When you gain full bolt charge, you heal yourself and nearby allies and enable an enhanced skip grenade. The enhanced skip grenade bounce 2 additional times before detonating, releasing bonus skip seekers per bounce. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, not gonna lie. Sounds pretty good. Raid Influx. So this is for the roaming super on Arc. Arc Staff now jolts targets. Combo finisher Palm Blast now gets 1.5 times the base exotic's damage bonus and reports as critical damage yellow numbers. Oh shit. Moth Keeper's Wraps. In order to encourage more diverse build crafting with Moth Keepers, we opted to turn it into a conditional grenade override similar to Gunpowder Gamble. So let's see. Getting kills from any source increments a counter. The amount added to the counter per kill depends on the rank of the enemy killed. Once the counter reaches 6, you gain 2 moth grenade charges until they are used. All current functionality and synergies with the moth grenades remain the same. The arc moth still blind, having your grenade set over 100 increases their damage. They still synergize with subclass fragments. So they increase the movement speed of the arc moths by 43% and void moths by roughly 25%. Both moths from the same grenade will now attempt to target separate enemy allies if possible. Lucky Pants got some changes. Increase the Ariana's Vows maximum damage bonus to 4.5. Increase the Uncivil Discourse maximum damage bonus to 2.5 times. Reduce Lucky Pants bonus damage versus bosses by 33%. Alright, looks like they're cooking the Pantheon boss melting strat right now. Titan Exotic Hollow Fire Heart. They rework the effect while your solar super is charged. Ability final blows cure you and give stacks of Sunfire Furnace. While Sunfire Furnace's active grenade and shield burst final blows trigger an ignition, each stack increases grenade regeneration, class ability regeneration, and super damage. Upon exiting your super, all stacks are converted into super energy. What? Holy crap. Decreased ability regen bonus from 3.5 times to 2.5 times. Pyro Gale, please give it a nice little buff here. Slightly increased Super Cyclone Scourge per tick. Increase Super Cyclone explosion damage by 10%. Increases Super Cyclone tracking by 40%. Interesting. They increased the Scorch per tick and the explosion damage by 10%. Oh, interesting. I don't think it's going to be enough, but it's all right. Stoicism. Wait. Yeah, dude. Pyrokill with the new Scorch Titan Berry Key is going to be pretty cracked. Just got to get Royal Flames maxed out. Not going to be hard at all. Spirit of the Star Eater. Increase Spirit of the Star Eater benefit for Toilet Arsenal from 25 to 50. Thank you. Holy crap. That's going to be juiced. Severs enclosure. Improved occlusion on the detonation, making it easier to hit with. Remove the effect that prevents combatants from being hit by multiple shockwaves in a short period of time. And enemies hit by the shockwave are disoriented for a short time. Sounds kind of like a past exotic for me still. Praxic Vestments. Increase melee attack damage by 500%. It's a big slam. Damn. Increased jetpack fuel gain per weapon kill in PV from 10 to 20. Increased jetpack fuel gain per powered melee kill from 35 to 50. Updated the exotic perk to recognize knockout kills as powered melee kills. Improved the jetpack flight experience. Decreased the wind up time for maximum flight duration from 0.8 to 0.5. Removed the behavior that caused the jetpack flight to end early when contact is detected with the floor or a wall. Nice. Fixed the bug that caused the jetpack kick to target dead enemies to ended flight early. Updated camera to better convey your speed. No backup plans is getting some changes. Now triggers and benefits off of both shotgun and melee final blows. Shotgun or melee final blows now start health regen instead of granting a void over shield. Shotgun or melee final blows extend the timer of any defensive buffs on you. Oh wow. So it could be void, restoration, amplify, frost armor, woven mill. That's pretty wild. Will partially heal void overshield upon activation of this extension if the player has one. The shotgun damage bonus is now active when you have any of the above noted defensive buffs. Holy crap, so amplified will give you shotgun damage bonus. Ridiculous. Cadmus Ridge Lance Cap now can spawn stasis lances with rapid stasis weapon damage in final blows, even when not behind the rally barricade. Insane change, insane change. Now grants bonus stasis lance damage based on your current stacks of frost armor. Insane change. You don't need your rally barricade anymore. That's crazy. Point contact cannon brace, my favorite. Activating thunderclap also releases lightning strikes as you start winding up the punch. Wow. Lightning strike damage now scales further based on how long the thunderclap is charged for, up to 2 times. Wow. This stacks with the bonus damage from casting while amplified. Reworked melee regen from lightning strike kills to compensate for the new wave of bolts on charge up. Okay, no longer target tiered. Flat amount has been increased to compensate. Should see larger returns on average. Okay. Releases lightning strikes while you wind up. So they're making it so that you charge up the thunderclap more rather than just like just hitting targets instantly. So it means more lightning. Lightning when you charge up and more damage. Helm of Saint 14. So unchanged, Weapons of Light continues to persist for the wearer and allies upon leaving the Ward of Dawn. No longer disorientates enemies in your Ward of Dawn or upon blocking the Sentinel Shield. It has new functionality. While Weapons of Light is active, kills or sustain damage from any source grant stacks of the Saints. Under these same circumstances, void and kinetic damage sources will also suppress in a radius around the victim. Kills or sustain damage from any source. Wow. So the void and kinetic damage sources will also suppress in a radius around the victim. That's pretty wild. Picking up your Ward of Dawn consumes all accrued stacks of the Saint and then extends your Ward of Dawn's duration based on how many stacks were consumed. Helm of Saint 14 synergy with a specific exotic weapon has also been adjusted. Is that the new exotic hand cannon? Feedback fans. No longer provides any melee damage resist versus players. Blast Wave Striders adjusted the projectile to mirror that of the Renegade's Behemoth Walker Stasis Detonation. Decreased defeats to charge meter. Increased tracking strength of stasis shrapnel and detonation should be more effectively track frozen targets. Replace sliding with on Shiver Strike hit as an activator. Fix an issue where multiple kills of the same frame wouldn't increment the perk buildup. We got some Warlock exotic changes. Nizarek Sin is a new effect. Targets damaged by the Soul Siphon are suppressed. Defeating suppressed targets or with a soul siphon grants an additional 1.5 seconds to abyssal extractors. Suppresses targets with the soul siphon and you defeat them. Grant an additional 1.5 seconds to abyssal extractors. Matadoxia increases suspending burst damage from the super combine by 22%. It makes it equal to Thunder Crash. Fucking finally. Skull of Dire Ahamkara is getting some changes. Returning energy on super final blows is so 2017. Last year, Voidwalker got a second melee charge and a second grenade charge with Chaos Accelerant. Why not a second Nova Bomb? Better yet, how about we bring back Nova Bomb Lance? Why stop there? Maybe you could detonate your Cataclysm Nova Bomb with Nova Bomb Lance for massive boss damage if you time it right. But you're special and you can time it right every time, can't you, old player mine? New effect. After casting a Nova Bomb, you get a short period during which you can cast a Nova Bomb Lance. Destroying a Cataclysm Nova Bomb with a Nova Lance creates a Nova Vortex alongside the Cataclysm Nova Bomb Seekers. Bruh. Super Energy Nova Bomb final blows and weapon final blows while you have Devour. The additional damage DR while casting Nova Bomb has been removed from the perk text but remains as hitting functionality to help the new player pattern sing. Wow. Fucking 3 Nova Bombs. You drop a Nova Bomb Lance, and then the Cataclysm Nova Bomb. Like, what the hell? Too bad they don't have a clip of that. Chrono Tempest increased the duration of conduction times in PvE from 7 to 10 seconds. There's a new effect. While you have at least one stack of conduction times, Ionic Sentry creates a storm grenade when it is deployed. Oh, wow. Little storm grenade, and it chases targets too, by the way, because they buffed that grenade. A bit more thunder. Mantle of Battle Harmony. It can now trigger its super energy gain or weapon damage bonuses on sustained weapon damage in addition to final blows. What? Don't need final blows anymore. After casting your super, now gain surges for all elements and weapons matching your super's damage type. Cause detonations when hitting targets for a moderate duration. What? Holy crap. Everything matching your super gets a surge. Insane. Astrocyte Verse, new effects. While both this helmet and blink are equipped, you can now use your air move input to perform a dark blink horizontally in any direction. Holy crap, dude. You could do the Nova War blink without the super. Wait, Voidlocks have a dash ability. What the actual fuck? Void Icarus dash. What the actual fuck? This ability has a longer cooldown in Crucible. Blinking or dark blinking now grants volatile rounds in addition to the volatile explosion. What the actual fuck? Blinking just gives you volatile rounds? What the fuck? Holy crap. That sounds even more insane than Ravioli. Holy crap. Dude, Blink is actually finally back.
They went bananas.
They went bananas, dude. They went so fucking bananas with Astrocyte Verse. This is one of the most fucking insane buffs I've seen so far. Holy shit. Literally just holy shit. I can't even like begin to explain how insane this is. Thank you so much for the 26-month spike. Dawn Chorus is getting some changes. So now causes your Scorch to build to an even more intense ignition. I like the sound of that. Now grants melee energy for dealing ignition damage in addition to Scorch damage. Removed the internal cooldown on energy gains from Scorch damage and returned gains to return slightly more energy overall. Now causes Daybreak projectiles to always immediately trigger an ignition. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is insane. Nothing Manacles. Scatternades and Nothing Manacles got a bit too much love. Extra Seekers can no longer chain off themselves, just the initial grenade. Reduce Extra Seekers generated from 4 to 3. Reduce range and lifetime of the Extra Seekers. Controverse Hold. So let's see. Reduce the energy returns when used with Magnetic Grenade, Handheld Supernova by 15%. This is to fixing the health chunking bug. Demo Fusion. Diffusion has been a reoccurring point of feedback in the Crucible, allowing far too easy kills while being completely safe. This should help reducing that. Increase the time between damage checks against players from 0.1 to 0.3. What the fuck is Demo Fusion in PvP? Can you guys tell me what Demo Fusion is? Yeah, rest in peace, John Chunk. Rift Suspension. The time between damage checks against players from 0.1 to 0.3. Well, that doesn't fix the problem at all, but all right. That's all from us now. Thank you for your continued support and feedback over the years. We hope to enjoy playing in this new sandbox as much as we have internally, and we're excited to get all of this in your hands on June 9th. Okay, but like, why did Warlock get the most insane buffs ever? Dude, Titan's got the most boring buffs ever, dude. If Praxic Vestments feels good to use, it might be like pretty fun. No backup plans is actually really solid, I'm not gonna lie. But it's just like, it's just so basic, like it's just so basic compared to fuck, here's 3 Nova Bombs, dude. You know what I'm saying? Literally. I'm not even trolling, dude. It's 3 fucking Nova Bombs, the exotic. It's surges for everything, the exotic. It's, you get movement, a dark blink exotic. You get ignitions for every Dawnblade hit. Yeah, Hunter's got the worst buffs, IMO. Like, if I had to put them all next to each other, who got the worst buffs? I think Hunter's. Now that I read it back, Hunter's got the most boring one. Moss Keepers? Really? They nerfed the shit out of Lucky Pants against bosses. Maybe it's not a big deal if you like using it against, like, anything that's not a boss. But everyone's going to want to use Lucky Pants for DPS on Pantheon, and then they might be ass. I'm so fucking jealous, though. As Titan and Hunter being my preferred classes after, and then Warlock, I'm so jealous. Warlocks, just just got so much love, bro. Like, it's insane, bro. Warlocks got glazed, bro. Warlocks got glazed so good. Matadoxia, insane super damage, 3 Nova Bombs, fucking Crown of Tempest, Thunder God, insane surges, Blink gives you a dark blink and you get volatile rounds. You know what doesn't give you volatile rounds still? You want to know what fucking doesn't give you volatile rounds? Bubble North Saint 14 helmet, bro. They're so scared to give Titans free volatile rounds. His infinite bubbles from his old story missions. Yeah, bro. I need to read Blastwave Striders. Like, maybe this one's actually cracked. Or am I coping? Aggressive Behemoth playstyle. Right. Adjusted the projectile to mirror that of the Renegade's Behemoth Walker Stasis Detonation. Decreased defeats to charge meter. So you don't have to slide, you just do shiver strike hits. And it sends stasis waves. Because you can thrust her in air. The increased melee attack damage by 500%. Hunters got nerfed. They nerfed the damage against bosses, but they increased the damage bonus to Arian's on Civil's death scores. Honestly, you can keep those damage buffs and give me back my 33% damage versus bosses. Am I alone on this? Am I alone on this? I don't want that trade-off. Dude, keep that damage bonus to Arianos in discourse. Keep it. I don't want it. Give me my damage back. And then Moth Keepers. It's alright. It's a good buff, but like I'm not a Moth Keepers enjoyer. Here, man, here's my butterflies, guys. Here's my butterflies. Yeah, go, little butterflies. Radium Flux, snooze, don't care. Shinobu's actually sounds pretty fucking wild. Frosty's sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Caliban's was a crazy buff. Sharon's is a pretty crazy buff. You know what? Wormhouse is kind of a letdown, but you know, they actually got some pretty good stuff. They all got some good stuff. I just think in comparison to Warlocks, it's pretty crazy. When I went from Warlock to reading back the other ones, I'm like, damn, bro. I already read the 12, man. Yeah, I just came back to finish this. Okay, guys. Well, that was fun to hang out with you guys. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty drained after the emotions of reading this Twid. My goal was just to get on, check this out with you guys. I was gonna read it myself, skim through it, but I figured, hey, it's the last Twid covering the final update. Might as well do it with you all. I hope you guys are okay with how it went down. I'm really fucking sorry that I lost it. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I know I knew I stepped away like 5 times or whatever. My bad. I just couldn't handle it, man. It was too hard. It hurt. It hurt a lot. Yeah. It was different for me. I've never been in these like shoes right now. You know? Very different. All right. Mini hammer, throw at me, and I'll catch it and throw it back at you. Some good stuff coming. There's no denying it. A lot of good stuff. The team cooked. No denying it. I'm just very sad that it's the final live update. But we got to keep pushing, and June 9th, slam the servers, right? And just keep asking, keep bringing up Destiny and D3, so it's not just a forgotten game, a forgotten memory, a forgotten community. Thanks for being a part of it, and thanks for understanding. Yeah, I really couldn't control it. I couldn't stay composed. It was really hard. I just carry a lot. I'm going to get out of here, okay? Take care of yourselves. Have a good day today. And hope everyone feels better, slightly better, so that you can go on about your day. I will see you in the next stream. Cool? Thanks for everything, guys. Take care. Take care.